I'm Marnie Nesher, president of the Central New York Business Journal, and I'll be your host for our 6th annual Family Business Awards presented by NBT Bank. The Family Business Awards recognizes and honors family-owned businesses that are headquartered right here in Central New York. They're an integral part of our community, both economically and socially. We're so fortunate to have so many diverse businesses that truly recognize the importance and value their heritage that is passed down from generation to generation. The companies recognized today range from a women's clothing store in Homer, New York, a cheese company in Herkimer, New York, a 130-year-old multi-generational jewelry business, another third-generation lithograph company, and a 102-year-old grocery store turned sub sandwich company, which makes me hungry just thinking about a delicious sub, even though I have had my breakfast this morning. And those are just a few that we'll be recognizing. I love Central New York. We have so many family businesses in our backyard to bring to the forefront and share their stories, where many are unknown, mostly because they choose to be and are not looking for recognition. They're down to earth and humble. They want to provide for their families. They're employees that are often treated like family members and give back to their local community. Today, you'll get to meet 7 extraordinary businesses and hear how they've built thriving family businesses and have contributed to our economy and community. As a second-generation family business, I have walked in your shoes. I've celebrated the good times and can empathize the struggles that companies go through. With a family-owned business, everyone in the family is impacted on some level. Not to mention, when it's your business, you work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's a unique experience for sure. You'll be able to read more on each of these family businesses in the event publication of the Business Journal's December 7th issue in print. There's a link in the description below the video that will take you to the digital version. I'd like to acknowledge and thank our presenting sponsor, NBT Bank. Also, thank you to Mountain House Media for their creativity in producing this virtual event with Biz Events, our sister company, once again. Now I'd like to introduce Rick Schertz, Syracuse Regional President for NBT Bank, to say a few words.
2020 has been a difficult year for many businesses of all shapes and sizes. The changing regulations related to COVID-19 have affected everybody, and in many cases, family businesses have been hurt more than others. Family businesses are what I call all in. They live and they breathe their business 24/7, and when adverse situations occur, such as COVID-19, that hurts around the clock. One unique thing that we have also recognized about family businesses is that they treat their employees like family as well. This attribute expands to situations where they have to make difficult decisions like staff reductions in order to keep their business afloat. This is definitely more stressful when these situations arise. Here at NBT Bank, we have experienced situations where it has not been business as usual. Earlier this year, we issued PPP loans in excess of $600 million to thousands of businesses across our 6-state footprint. Many of these loans were directed at family businesses, and we were pleased at the relief that was brought to each of them. Hopefully, there will be more to come. Finally, we are pleased to sponsor the Family Business Awards once again. As you can see, all of these businesses are survivors and will continue to beat the odds going forward. To this end, we congratulate all of the winners. We respect the concept of family and family businesses of all shapes and sizes. We would like to thank the Central New York Business Journal and Biz Events for giving us the opportunity to show our appreciation of family businesses. Thank you.
Now it gives me great pleasure to introduce John Torrens, our keynote this morning. Dr. Torrens is a healthcare and education entrepreneur with 25 years leading high-growth companies. He's currently acting COO of Saluber MD, a global telemedicine company. Dr. Torrens has a PhD in healthcare administration and holds a faculty position in the Syracuse University Whitman School of Management's Department of Entrepreneurship and Emerging Enterprise as an award-winning professor of entrepreneurial practice. And he's a TEDx speaker. He's an active member of the Young Presidents Organization and a past recipient of 40 Under 40. We're pleased to have him join us this morning.
2020 has been anything but ordinary, and not necessarily in a good way. And this year's awardees are just as extraordinary, but in a very good way. We are fortunate in Central New York to have so many family businesses that contribute to our economy. Nationwide, family businesses account for 64% of US GDP. They provide 62% of our country's employment and 78% of all new job creation. Some of the largest and best-known companies in the US were started as family businesses and are still controlled by the families that started them. Now, most family businesses don't grow up to be Walmart, LVMH, Dell, Comcast, Cargill, or Ford, but many do become pillars of the community and contribute in meaningful and profound ways. Given the recent chaos, it is especially important to recognize our local family businesses who are doing great things for their customers, employees, and communities. CNY is truly blessed to have these businesses, and I'm honored to tell you a little bit about them. DeBella's Subs is a 46-location business with restaurants in New York, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Michigan, and Indiana. During the pandemic, DeBella's took it upon themselves to feed staff at Strong Memorial Hospital by delivering food over the course of several days at different times to accommodate various schedules. So in their own way, DeBella's cared for those healthcare workers on the front lines of treating COVID-19. Charles Signs, started by Chuck Spinoso in 1968, making paper signs in his basement, has experienced growth and innovation under the leadership of its CEO, Jim Hickey. For example, under Jim's leadership, Charles Signs developed a trademarked custom printed ceiling design business called Ceiling Views, which helps to differentiate Charles Signs even further. It's no secret that in Central New York, we have experienced a decline in manufacturing in the past few decades. That's why it's important to make sure we celebrate local manufacturing companies that stay here and thrive. The original Herkimer Cheese Company, where excellence is tradition, founded in Herkimer in 1948, has been owned and operated for 3 generations and currently led by Alana Boslow. Speaking of multi-generational family businesses, we have 2 impressive examples of companies with incredible staying power, especially when you consider that the average lifespan of a family business is 24 years. Of those that last longer, only 13% make it to the 3rd generation, and a mere 3% make it to the 4th generation or beyond. This year, we honor 2 companies that are beating those odds. First, Vic's Lithograph, which focuses on print and some electronic content, started in 1918, just after our last pandemic, and has been in business for 102 years, currently led by Dwight Vicks. Also, Lemp Jewelers has been around for a truly impressive 130 years. Founded in 1890, Lemp Jewelers, currently led by Don Lemp, has been helping customers find diamonds, fine jewelry, and precision timepieces since 1890, and has now experienced 2 global pandemics. In my role as an entrepreneurship professor at Syracuse University's Whitman School of Management, I get to work with student entrepreneurs, some of whom come from family businesses. I also have had the distinct privilege of working with our veterans and active duty service members to help them launch and grow their businesses through Syracuse University's Institutes for Veteran and Military Families. One interesting thing you may not know about veteran-owned businesses is that they have a 5-year mortality rate that is twice that of non-veteran-owned businesses. Mark DeAngelis Sr. was a U.S. Marine who started his company, Mark Anthony Homes, in 1988. Known for their motto, "Quality is priceless," the company is now run by Mark DeAngelis Jr., and the company has clearly crushed that 5-year mortality rate among new companies. I've also had the honor of working with some of Central New York's amazing women-owned businesses through Syracuse University's Women Igniting the Spirit of Entrepreneurship, or WISE, Center. We're fortunate to have such a robust community of women business owners, and this year we honor Renee Niederman and Bev & Co., a company that I have experience with, as my wife and daughter have done some serious damage in her Sackett's Harbor location over the years. Renee's mother, Beverly, started the company in 1978 in Homer, New York. With a focus on selling as many US-made products as possible, Renee has taken the company to the next level and has launched a new Bev & Co. private label line. You can find their stores in Homer, Ithaca, and Skinny Atlas.
And now let us meet this year's Family Business honorees.
The first award this morning is Community Service Excellence, given to a family business that is supporting the needs of the Central New York community through direct financial support, volunteer of their time and that of their staff for the betterment of organizations in our community. Today's honoree is a 102-year-old family business that started as a grocery store and now makes delicious subs and salads. Please welcome Peter Fox, President and owner of DeBella's Subs.
Hi, my name is Peter Fox. I'm the president of DeBella's Subs. We are a restaurant chain of 40 plus locations through the Midwest and Northeast states. DeBella's Subs, we make high quality sandwiches with the finest meats and cheeses on fresh baked bread that we bake throughout the day. When the pandemic set in, we got together, the leadership team, my siblings and I in my office, and kind of quickly said, what can we do to help? We can't make PPE, we can't donate masks, we can't do a lot of things that a lot of people in that time were looking for. So we said we can donate food. We knew lots of hospitals, lots of medical facilities were shutting down their food courts to try to minimize the amount of people coming in and out. So we said, let's pivot, let's use our technology platforms to reach out to our customer base and see what we can do. And we knew that was donating food to keep the people in the center of the fight, well-fed, lots of energy, and just really, knew a good meal can go a long way with the people in need. And late March, we, through the help of our customers, we raised over $360,000 for local food banks, which translated into over 1 million meals. We also have provided box lunches to the first frontline workers through a program we have, which is available on our online ordering website, where customers can buy a box lunch, we donate a box lunch, and then we provide large donations for those who are most affected. Recently, we started doing it for teachers as well, because they truly are on the front lines as well in the current environment. We also have customers who've shown up wanting to donate sub trays. So we've pivoted and allowed our customers to buy sub trays at half price. We cover the remaining cost, and once again, frontline workers, fire departments, police officers, you name it. Without our communities, we are nothing. As a local family-owned business, we pride ourselves on the communities that we operate in, and without those communities, we can't be successful. So we, pride ourselves on helping the local schools, local little league teams, the local food banks in this case. So without giving back to the communities, how can we expect the communities to support us? It's a family business. Our late father got myself and 4 siblings involved. We all work in different elements of the business, but at the end of the day, it's a family business. But truly our business is, it can't be done just by the 5 of us. So we see all of our employees and our team members of the stores and our office as family. So it's really just an all-out effort. And, some people have been with us for 35 years. Working with my siblings is definitely you never know what you're gonna get each day, but it's fun at the end of the day. We know we all have special things we bring to the table and different ways that we dissect and look at problems. And together we're better than just one of us alone. Being a family business gives you a lot more opportunity to connect with the people in the stores, our guests that come through the doors every day. We're not in it for the Wall Street. We're in it for the communities that we serve. We want to be ingrained in the culture, the society, the ins and outs, the day, as I said, the little leagues, the local school programming. We want our name to resonate with the clients that we are a local sub shop. We are the place they go because we are the local player. With the uncertain times right now, it's imperative to support local family-owned businesses. We're coming into a very challenging period of the year, coming through the holidays and then to the deep winter of January, February, March, where lots of people tend to tighten their pocketbooks. And with the pandemic overlaying all that, I would like, working and supporting local means a lot more this year than it ever has, because most of these businesses are going to either live or die on the support they get from their local communities. And if they don't get that support, we might not know these businesses anymore. I'd like to say thank you to Central New York Business Journal and Biz Events for the award, and congratulations to all the other nominees.
The next award is the Family Business Leader of the Year, which recognizes a leader, president, CEO, executive director that has made a significant impact within their organization and have taken the organization to the next level. This year, we recognize both Jim and Linda Hickey from Charles Signs.
My name is Jim Hickey. I am president of Charles Signs, Inc.
My name is Linda Hickey with Charles Sign Company. We're a family-owned business, and we've been open since 1968.
We're a full-service commercial sign company. We manufacture and install interior and exterior signage. Pretty much what I tell people, if there's letters on it, we make it.
Jim and I were high school sweethearts from the age of 16. So working in the family business, it was just me and my dad, period. There was nobody else. But when he needed help in installs and stuff like that, Jim would step in and he would help out. Well, then eventually he graduated from school in business and marketing, and then he wanted to take over the business once we got married. So we all worked together, my dad, Jim, and myself, in the business. And my dad was always kind of a small thinker, and Jim was the bigger thinker. And I'll never forget when we first started the business, the first job my husband landed as a sales job, he got a $10,000 job. And I was like, oh my God, $10,000. Like, that's crazy. I cannot believe you got that big of a job. And now when I look at it back later, I'm like, oh my gosh, $10,000 back then was like an amazing job. And today what we work on with LED boards and with Turning Stone and Point Place casinos and banks and all the different work that we do now, it's just like such a different level of work than I did with my dad. I want everybody to take pride in everything that we do. Our kids, like seeing things that we do. My dad, seeing Facebook posts on his business and where it's come from and how we've evolved in time. I mean, I know making my dad proud. I mean, he turned 80 this year. And I know him just seeing everything we're doing. He lives down in Florida right now. But just for him to see what we do on a day-to-day basis makes him proud. And for my kids to see even signs we do around the area that we're proud of, that we drive and by at nighttime to see something, for them to come to the shop and see how everything works and then see something final in a production phase is like a really big deal. And I think that they embrace that. So I'm proud of my dad, and I know my dad's proud of me, and I know it's following suit with my children too.
When we decided to take over the family business, it was a big decision, monumental decision, because our household income dropped 80% the first year. And looking at that and saying, okay, here's where we were. We know we made this decision to financially take a step back, but there was always the vision on what can we do with the business. So you asked, how do you lead, or what other family businesses do? Know who you are, know what your strengths are, know the business you're trying to do. And then you always do have to keep a calm, cool head, because every day might seem like you're putting out fires, but if you're not spending time on those medium to long-term goals, it will never change for you. And so those are the things that we try really, really hard to focus on all the time. It's not just what I need to do today or next week. I really need to know, what do I need to do 6 months from now and 12 months from now? That's where this year became the challenge, because overnight it was, I really have to worry about today. Our core business fell 90% for 2 months. It was a huge, huge issue to think about and figure out, what are we going to do? And what we did is we sat back and said, okay, what can we offer? What services can we do during this pandemic so that we can grow our business, build it back up, and bring our staff back on and get them off unemployment? And we were able to do that. We figured out that, when you go into stores and there's barriers that are put up, we got in the barrier business, we got in the PPE business. Very quickly we were able to do that, and within the third month we were actually back up to revenue-wise the same amount in sales, and actually are finishing this year very, very strong. And we're hoping, as we go through this fall upswing, that businesses can still be open, and we can be there to be part of the solution to helping families earn money, and to do that. And what has really helped us become successful is that my wife and I work together, and we make a phenomenal team. She's not only my wife, she's my best friend, and she's my business partner, and it works for us. And some people said it was, my God, I could never do that. How could you possibly work with your wife and then go home? It's like, well, she's my best friend and I love her. And it's a reciprocal relationship, and it works for us. Works for us really, really well. I sincerely want to congratulate everyone else that has been nominated, won awards in the family-owned businesses. Family-owned businesses are unique. There's struggles that we face every day that you don't necessarily face. There's the internal family dynamics that you really need to figure out, how do I balance every day? It's not just I work with these people, I go home with them as well. And thanks to everybody that chooses to stay in a rarefied breed in the United States today.
Manufacturing Excellence recognizes family businesses across all manufacturing-related industries with a clear focus of how manufacturing has contributed to their success. In this category, we welcome third-generation original Herkimer cheese.
Hi, I'm Amanda Flansburgh, and I'm the sales director at Original Herkimer Cheese. Original Herkimer Cheese was founded in 1949 by Sheldon and Norma Baslow. We are a third-generation family-owned specialty cheese manufacturer. We manufacture award-winning specialty cheeses such as New York State cheddar, cheese balls and logs, dips and spreads, cheddar. Our primary business is wholesale to grocery retailers, but we also have a robust retail side, which includes an e-commerce website, a retail shop, and a presence at farmers markets and festivals. We also do a lot of corporate and individual gifting. So we take great pride in crafting the highest quality products. We have a very loyal customer base, and we love hearing from them how our cheeses are a part of their special occasion, whether that's a gourmet gift shipped to a loved one, a beautiful cheese board, or in a recipe for a family meal. Being a part of their family traditions is very meaningful to us. SQF makes sure that we say what we mean what we say. It's more than just having a safe facility, manufacturing a safe product. It's being able to certify that and communicate that to our customers so that they can trust Herkimer cheese products are made with quality. So we try to lead by example in manufacturing excellence by continuing to focus on continuous improvement and staying close to our company values. So family is a big part of our company culture here. Our employees are part of the Herkimer cheese family. Our customers are too. Food has a way of connecting people, and customers will often tell us that it wouldn't be Christmas without a Herkimer cheese ball, or they always send Herkimer cheddar wheels to their family out of state. So family is just such a big part of everything that we do, and that really comes through in the quality products that we make and in the employees that we've employed throughout the years. Innovation is really important to us. It's definitely been a key component from the very start. Our founder, Sheldon Baslow, was inducted into the Dairy Hall of Fame for his innovations in the cheese industry. And to this day, there are products that we make that no one else does that are unique to Herkimer cheese. We really appreciate the award. We don't get a lot of recognition. We're, a 71-year-old family-owned business, so we just do business the way we always have. We produce the best possible product with the highest quality ingredients by the best people. And, for us, that's just a normal day. So, it became hip to say, artisan and handcrafted a while ago, but that's just how we do things. And so to get the recognition for being a great family business, for being a great business, it means a lot to us. It really does. Thank you to CNY Business Journal and Biz Events, and congratulations to the other winners.
Moving along to the Multi-Generational Family Business Award, this is presented to a business that spans at least 2 generations in any industry and has demonstrated success and growth. This year, we have 2 companies being recognized. One is a 102-year-old, third-generation family business from Yorkville, New York, and the other is a 130-year-old, fourth-generation jewelry store from downtown Syracuse. Please welcome Dwight Vicks from Vicks Lithograph.
Hi, my name is Dwight Vicks, and I am the third-generation president of Vicks, a print and distribution company. So today, Vicks is a print and distribution company, and we've evolved. We were originally just a printing company, but the world's changed, and we've changed with it. So I'm the president of the company. We have 80 employees in Central New York. And basically, we serve educational publishers. So even though we just manufacture the product and distribute it, we also like to feel that we're a part of the education process. This award means a lot to me, and I think to our employees as well, because it's very unusual for a company to live 102 years. I think less than 1% make it. So it gives us great pride as well as confidence that despite the challenges the company's faced throughout its history, we're still a thriving entity. I have 2 older sisters, and my father was very upfront about recruiting any of us. And we all had the opportunity to come back, but we had to do something else first. He wanted us to gain our own confidence so that if we did come back, we had a sense that we had more than just our last name to bring to the company. When I was in my second year of business school, I actually had to call my mother and ask her if my dad wanted to talk to me about the business because he really didn't want to put any pressure on me. And when we had the conversation, he said, come back for a year. If at the end of the year you really want to do this, then we'll come up with a transition strategy. Because he knew it wasn't about him, it was about me. And he loved his job and he loved what he did, but he didn't want me to come back unless I loved it as well. You know, the printing industry has been under tremendous change. Since 2000, the internet has really had a tremendous impact on the decline of content because it's so much easier now just to find things by Googling them, right? So it's created a lot of challenges to keep a company alive in the face of those serious headwinds. These are technological changes, or as Andy Grove says, they're inflection points, meaning the world's really changed when it came to print. So those events have been very, very challenging for all of us, me, my employees, our customers, but it's still been very rewarding. And if you ask me if I would do it again, I would. Surviving 102 years, world wars, Great Depressions, technological changes, I think first of all, you have to have good leadership. My father and my grandfather provided that. Secondly, you have to have a great dedicated workforce that'll hang in there with you as things change. Thirdly, you have to have great customers that want you to work with them. And lastly, you have to have the willingness to change because nothing stays the same, particularly in the printing industry. It's changed so dramatically. How we produce a book today is completely different than the way my grandfather did it. So the ability to change and invest in those changes and take those risks is why we're still here. So my grandfather passed away in the 70s, so I was not yet a teenager, and I knew a lot of him as just being a very honorable man, although I didn't get the privilege of getting to know him well. I was also so impressed that he only had a 7th grade education and yet was able to carry the business through the Great Depression and bring it to the point where the company could transition to my father's leadership. My father was fortunate enough to go to college, get a great training. He served in the Navy, and then he went back to business school. So he really had a great education and background to come into the business. But when he came in, there was another tremendous change or revolution taking place. It was going from letterpress, which is essentially the way Ben Franklin printed, to offset. So he mortgaged everything to buy the first offset printing press. And my grandfather's friends apparently told him not to do it, that my father was too inexperienced. But of course, it was the right move because very soon thereafter, letterpress almost went away completely because offset became the new technology. And I'll also say that it's very fortunate to be able to work for the guy that raised you. And I was blessed to have a great relationship with my father. I really admired him because of his ethics, his work ethics, and he walked the talk. He really was a wonderful man that was doing the right thing for his employees, for his customers, and he was incredibly community-minded. So he spent a lot of his hours devoting his talents to the community and really great organizations like the United Way and others. The values that I really got from my parents is number one is to be honest, and the integrity of who you are is extremely important, and that's walking the talk. Secondly is that, it takes hard work to succeed. There's no shortcuts to doing the right thing and having a successful company. The third thing is you treat everybody with respect, whether it's the person that's cleaning the floors or running the most expensive piece of equipment. They're all people that have good ideas, that care about what they do, and as a leader, your job is to hopefully get them all to work together in the same direction. And I think I would add also, it's important to be humble. And to recognize that any successful leader is successful because they have a great team around them. Nobody succeeds on their own. Obviously, it's a great honor to be recognized as a 3rd-generation family business, but clearly this success is not on my shoulders alone. We've had a tremendous history of great leadership and great employees and great customers. But it is quite significant that after 102 years, we are still a thriving entity.
Please welcome Don Lemp from M. Lemp Jewelers.
My name is Don Lemp. I'm the owner of M. Lemp Jewelers. Well, my company, M. Lemp Jewelers, we've been around since 1890. We've been in business for 130 years. We're a retail jewelry company that's based in downtown Syracuse, as we always have been. Behind the scenes, we're Lou Simon dealers. We import from all over the world, and we sell pretty much all over the world too. It's the most exciting part is really meeting different people and multi-generational of families that we have dealt with. Sometimes it is multi-generational, sometimes it's brand new customers. They all have a story and they're all there because they love somebody and they want to get a gift for them. I'm fourth generation of my family. It's highly unusual that a retail business actually lasts as long as we have. I think it's a testament to Central New York that they have continued to support us and want the products and services that we have offered for the last 130 years. It's very touching to me, okay? I work with great people. They take a great deal of pride in what they're doing, and we try to treat every client, as my dad used to say, as somebody that's walking into your house, okay? So most of my staff is very long-term, okay? So we do get to know our customers. So when you're dealing on a multi-generational, I mean, you know, you think back when the store originally opened back in 1890 at 113 North Salina Street, it was around the corner from the Erie Canal, and the Erie Canal was actually there. The car in my front window is my great-grandfather's original delivery truck. It's a 1903 Iroquois that he used to deliver jewelry and pick up watches and clocks for repairs to bring back down to the store. Back in 1903, when you think about it, that's a long time ago. So we've actually been operating during 3 different centuries, okay? The fact that we're being recognized for a multi-generational, to me is very heartwarming because we do try to do a good job, and I think that we do. I was very lucky. He and I had lunch every day for 35 years. And he was number 1, my father, okay? Number 2, my mentor, and number 3, my friend. So, you know, I hear in all these multi-generationals where it's very unusual to hit the 4th generation. But my dad was very good about allowing me to make mistakes, okay? And he did it in a very soft manner. You know, he never came down on me. He would just say, you know, what would you think of that particular, would you do it again? That type of thing. So I was very lucky that way. And I had people that were of the crew that he had that were also seasoned professionals that took me under their wing, and they taught me a lot of the business. So, you know, what's it like in a multi-generational working with family? Well, when I first started, we had my grandfather, my grandmother, my father, and myself in there, and my mom, okay? And back in those days, we had a lot more employees. You know, it was fun. You know, I wish I could do it again. It was fun working with your family. I had a nice family. They were nice people. The number one thing he instilled in me was integrity, okay? If you have integrity, the rest of the things fall in place. All the things of working in a business, you have to have integrity as a business owner. You have to have integrity with your employees. They have to believe you, and you have to be consistent. You have to have integrity with your customers, and you have to be consistent, okay? You know, you're standing in the community. Once again, you have to have integrity, and you have to be consistent, okay? So, you know, all the other questions of, you know, what did he instill in me? Well, he started with integrity and he ended with integrity. You know, right now we're going through a COVID, okay? We were shut down for 3 months. First time in 130 years that we've been shut down for more than 2 days, okay, in a row. But my belief is we're gonna get through the COVID. We're gonna find a vaccine. Our business is fine. I believe that everything will be okay. I'm an eternal optimist, which is what you have to be when you're in what I do. You know, I mean, it's part of the job.
The Veteran-Owned Family Business of the Year Award recognizes a veteran-owned family business leader. Please welcome Mark DeAngelis and his son, Mark DeAngelis Jr., from Mark Anthony Homes, a second-generation veteran-owned family business.
I am Mark DeAngelis. I am the co-founder of Mark Anthony Homes.
I'm Mark DeAngelis Jr., Vice President of Mark Anthony Homes.
So we're a small family-owned home building company in Syracuse, New York. We've been established since 1988, and we are currently about 7 years into the second generation. We are primarily a residential home building company. We do a variety of renovation projects as well. Over the years, I've done several renovation projects, both residentially and commercial. But today, as we stand, we're probably a 95% new construction home building company. So this award is very humbling to me. Being a veteran, I believe that having a small business coincides with the core values that I learned being in the Marine Corps, which is honor, dignity, and pride. And I've been able to carry those core values and implement them into this business that I currently run.
Building a new home is a very emotional process for a lot of people. It's the biggest purchase a lot of them will make in their lifetime, and we have great lines of communication with them through the entire 6 to 8 month process, depending on the size of the home and how custom it actually is. So staying honest with them through the process and being open with them is very important. To me, it's a great sense of pride, especially for my father, who is a veteran of the United States Marine Corps, and I think it gives a lot of hope and ability for other veterans to kind of see his path to success, and hopefully they can follow in that as well.
So we support other veterans by being a designated veteran approved builder, which means you take a series of tests and you have to be an accredited builder through the VA loans, so that any veteran that has the ability to qualify for a VA loan, we would be on their list to build their home for them. A lot of second generation businesses have not had great track records, and I'm aware of that. But I have been truly blessed to have 2 wonderful sons that are astronomically perfect for this company. And I don't think I could ask for any better quality employees than what I have. My employees we treat our employees like family. I think that is imperative to keeping good quality help. Having 2 of my own sons work in the company, we're all one big family, and that's how we like to treat each other.
With us, we're a smaller employee-based business. We've got 5 to 10 employees on staff at all times, but we have a lot of subcontractors. So for them, we do a lot of vetting based on their quality, their track record, and how they uphold themselves on the job site as well. Picking up after themselves, having a lot of respect for our clients. So that's all very important to us, and we watch that very closely based on hiring them. So yeah, thank you CNY Business Journal and Biz Events for this great honor. We truly are honored to have this award, and congratulations to all the other honorees of the awards. What a great thing to be a part of here in Central New York, and let's keep going strong.
The Woman-Owned Family Business Award is presented to a company that is at least 51% woman-owned and operated. Today's honoree comes from Homer, New York. Please welcome Renee Niederman from Bev & Co.
My name is Renee Niederman. I'm the president of Bev & Company in Homer, New York.
I'm Ashley Niederman, owner of Bev & Company in Homer, New York.
Our company was started in 1978 by my mother, Beverly Lathrop, so it's 3 generations. I'm the 2nd generation, and then my daughter Ashley is the 3rd, and even my grandkids get in. So I guess you could technically say it's really almost like a 4th generation coming up, hopefully. I used to change my clothes like 3 or 4 times a day, my mother said. I always just love clothes. When my mother started, I was working at a utility company, and I just wanted to get into it, but at the time, it wouldn't support both of us. So I just always wanted to do it, be my own boss.
Shopping at Bev & Company, we strive on customer service. Instead of the big box stores where you just walk in and you're another body, we actually know you by name. Our clients become our family. And I have several customers, husbands, friends, cousins, who have my phone number personally, and they can just tell me they need a gift tomorrow and it'll be wrapped and ready to go. Well, recently with the whole COVID pandemic, we had to shut down for 3 months, but that's what I love working about my mom. She's very positive and outgoing. We took advantage of that time, and we actually launch our website and we're able to complete orders. We were selling masks. So we kind of just go with the times on whatever's present. Back in 1999, we're selling Beanie Babies. Now we're selling masks and, of course, other things. But we just kind of go with what's on trend and what's happening. One day we had 41 deliveries. So it was a way for us to think outside the box to keep our business going. It's important to support women-owned business in our local communities because when you shop local, it stays local. We're the ones supporting your football teams or your fundraisers for your schools. So it's really important to support local.
It's more important now than ever to buy local, shop local, and support our local businesses because we're the backbone of our communities. We're the ones that donate. We're the ones that pay local taxes. We're the ones that support you. So please, shop local. I would like to thank Central New York Business Journal for this award. It means an awful lot to me and my family and my employees.
Winning this award shows that hard work pays off. It takes an entire family and village to keep a business running, and it just is pretty humbling to win this. So I just want to congratulate all the other honorees for winning this award, and the holidays are approaching, so if you're looking for that special gift, please give us a call or stop at any of our locations, either in Homer, Ithaca, Skinny Atlas, and we are online on bevanco.com.
On behalf of the entire CNY business community, I want to thank these and all family businesses for the impact they make on our economy, for the jobs they provide our friends and neighbors, and for the products and services they provide to their customers. Thank you. And congratulations to all of this year's honorees.
Congratulations to each family business honoree today. Remember, you can read more on each of these family businesses in the December 7th event publication of the Business Journal and find the link to the digital version in the description below the video. Please do not forget to support your local family businesses this holiday season. It's more important than ever to shop local. We look forward to seeing you at our annual Family Business Awards next year. Do not forget, if we all do our part and wear a mask, wash our hands, and stay socially distant, we can be together in person again very soon. From all of us at the Central New York Business Journal and Biz Events, stay safe and happy holidays.